All right, guys, so as a small business owner of two businesses that have been open for only 2 years and 4 other companies that have varied in age over the last dozen plus years, I'm somebody that is very, very sensitive to the banking system. As you know, we talk a lot about it here on this channel. And being sensitive to the banking system, especially as a business owner, is really important because if there is insolvency issues, if you can't get access to the money that you own that's supposedly yours, you've got big problems. You can't even make payroll. And the thing is, the past 48 hours have seen the collapse of 2 major banking systems here in the United States, Silicon Valley Bank, as you've probably heard by now, and Silvergate Bank, which has caused significant turmoil in the financial system. With the prevailing economic uncertainty, some experts are actually anticipating that the situation is going to continue to deteriorate in the near future. One such authority is Robert Kiyosaki. He's obviously somebody that we talk a lot about here on this channel. He's the author of the hugely popular personal finance book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And he warned of a third bank's collapse in a tweet that he put out on March 10th, where he emphasized that this would have a positive effect on precious metals. Kiyosaki actually drew a parallel between current events and his previous forecast of the Lehman Brothers collapse in 2008, which was an event that deepened the 2008 financial crisis. And it's really widely regarded as a defining moment back then. 2 major banks, he says, crashed, and a third is set to go. Buy real gold and silver coins now, no ETFs. When bank number 3 fails, gold and silver will skyrocket. Back in 2008, I predicted the collapse of Lehman Brothers days before it happened on CNN. Now, this is not financial advice to go out and buy precious metals. It's great to diversify. Maybe you should have some in your portfolio. Maybe he's right, maybe he's not. This is really more about the banking system in this video. And I want to talk about bank runs, okay? Bank runs is a situation in which a large number of depositors withdraw their funds from a bank because they believe the bank may become insolvent or they fear that they will lose their deposits. And this can cause a crisis of confidence in the bank and ultimately a self-fulfilling prophecy as more depositors then withdraw their funds, further decreasing the bank's reserves and their ability to meet withdrawal demands that come. If the bank is unable to meet the demand for withdrawals, it may have to actually close its doors or declare bankruptcy. And bank runs really have a significant impact on the larger economy. It leads to financial instability and even potentially will force us further into a recession. When a bank goes out of business, it means that it's unable to meet the financial obligations or it's now insolvent. And in this situation, the bank may either become acquired by another bank or be placed under the receivership of the government. The depositors' funds then are protected by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, or the FDIC, for up to $250,000 per depositor per account, and also per institution. Now, if the bank is not insured by the FDIC, then the depositors may be at risk of losing their money. However, in most cases, the FDIC will work to transfer the accounts to another insured bank, or depositors can continue to access their funds. Additionally, the bank's assets will be liquidated to pay off its creditors, including depositors. Now, here's the thing. There are ways that a banking customer like yourself can protect yourself from a bank actually going out of business, because this may just be the tip of the iceberg here, folks. So I want to give you a few steps that you can take. The first is I want you to stay up to date about the news regarding that bank. Customers really should be aware of the financial institutions and the standing of your banks and any potential issues that they might be facing. It's really important to keep track of the news related to your banks and then just monitor any red flags that might indicate any potential problems. Next, deposit insurance. You really need to ensure that your deposits are insured by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation or the National Credit Union Administration, which is NCUA. The FDIC insures deposits up to $250,000 per depositor per insured bank, while the NCUA actually will insure deposits of up to $250,000 per individual member. Third, make sure you diversify your deposit accounts, folks. Instead of trying to keep all your money into one account, make sure that you can spread your deposits across multiple accounts, or even multiple banks is a good idea too. This can limit the amount of exposure that you have to any bank and help protect your funds. Right now, I think I have Chase. I love JP Morgan. They offer some really great tools, so I do keep accounts there. Wells Fargo. I use Vector Bank. I use ENT Bank. I use Collegiate Peaks Bank. and Ally Bank as well. I have a fairly considerable amount in there as well, just under the 250,000. But certainly any high yield savings accounts are good if you're going to be sitting on liquidity and just sort of waiting for things to sort out here with the economy before doing anything with your cash. All right, so the next thing on my list here is I want you to check bank ratings. Customers can actually check bank ratings from independent rating agencies such as Moody's or Standard & Poor's. These ratings can actually give an indication of a bank's financial health and their stability. The fifth on my list here is that I want you to have a backup plan. You always need a backup plan in case your bank does actually fail, whether it's having another bank or a credit union account, have other financial products like certificates of deposit, treasury bills, home equity lines of credit, credit cards, unsecured personal lines of credit, unsecured business lines of credit. Any type of liquidity is going to be very important. Now, with so much economic uncertainty and volatility right now, it's more important than it ever has been to lead with anticipation and to keep your defensive game very, very strong here. And here are a few additional tips that I think can help you protect your money. As we continue to see things shaking up, you're going to want every tip you can get to play defense. Again, choose reputable banks, choose reliable banking that has a good reputation and is insured. Number two, I want you to make sure you're using very strong passwords. Create strong, unique passwords for every bank account and change them periodically. It gets annoying, but it's important to do. Third is I want you to enable a two-factor authentication here. Wherever possible, add that extra layer of security to your accounts. Fourth on my list is that you need to be wary of phishing scams. These are becoming more and more common in this tumultuous time economically. Be cautious of emails, texts, calls that ask for personal information. Of course, don't give away your passwords or any security information. And obviously, don't click on any links or attachments included in any messages you're receiving. Fifth is avoid using any public Wi-Fi. Don't access bank accounts especially, or conduct any financial transactions because it is not secure if you're on a public Wi-Fi. Next is I want you to monitor your accounts regularly. Make sure you keep an eye on all your transactions. Report any unauthorized activity to the bank immediately. Make sure you're securing your devices. This is my seventh on the list. Secure access to any bank accounts. Use antivirus software. Keep your apps and operating systems up to date at all times. By implementing these security practices, you really can help protect your money and avoid being a victim to bad banking, to banks going out of business, and to phishing and fraud or identity theft. You know, another way that you can keep your money safe, folks, become a sub of this channel. Make sure you like a video, like this video, like the next video, check this one out, check that one out. Ultimately, guys, help show some love here so that YouTube will actually start to give us some love again through their algorithm. It seems that some shifts in the beginning of the year have sort of shifted our channel. So looking to really reestablish that and continue to provide you guys some great information regarding how to bank and borrow the best ways and how to go further, faster financially. You know, the most important thing to do though is keep on cash flowing. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.